Hello. Oh god. I hope that's not too loud. Jesus. Hello Jody. Hello Samuka. Hello Walter. I had no clue what I could send, sorry. I don't know what that means. Alrighty. Here we are back. It's been a while. I have 2 monitors now, so I'm able to monitor what's going on much better. There's an entire screen of information on my right side now, so I can look at chat and hopefully manage things better. I had a stream set up before, but I kind of lost a lot of it, and I've sort of like reset it up here. Does chat not work? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Hold on. Why? Oh, no, it does work. It just works when it wants to, I guess. I could think about playing multiplayer. Actually, shit. I don't think I'd be able to. I don't have it set up. I'd have to reinstall OpenVPN, which, I mean, I could do that. I'll consider it. I would just have to set it up like on stream, which could be annoying. I kind of just planned to just to hunt Zinogre a couple times. I guess I wanted to stream again because it's been a while. I did learn to read. Well, debatable. So I've been practicing Zinogre a lot. And I've gotten pretty good at him. I haven't fought him yet today, but I fought him a lot yesterday. And pretty happy with my progress. Also, this is supposed to be when I'm in town. This is supposed to be when I'm in a hunt. And now that I have 2 monitors, you would think I have no excuse to forget, or of forgetting, but we'll just have to see how it goes. So yeah, how y'all doing? We finally got to Zinogre. It only took me, however long it took. 1 minute delay before leaving the quest is enough to download, and other minutes to configure it. True. So true. It wouldn't be that probably problematic, but I didn't plan on it. So, we'll see. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the hunt. Let's see, I have to see how much I remember. I really like this attack, it's so fun. Like, come on. I've always loved this, but stomp attacks been it's just a concept. I did a little bit of an audio test earlier, hopefully it's... I hate that attack so much. It's such bullshit, honestly. I don't know if poison does anything to Zinogre. I want to say it kind of does, but I don't know if it's true or not. If it's just like how it feels. Also, the shoulder check is a lot like a hip check, so you can evade through it with good timing. Like, actually really good moments to do a longsword combo, which is really nice. I'm gonna super charge up after this. want to say after that howl, there's like another, or like the AoE attack. I want to say it's. I don't know why I'm doing this here. I want to say it's like, you know, just for like a moment. But I haven't really tested it just yet. Still not used to that. That catches me off guard a lot. That sucks. Yeah, Zinogre seems good. Oh, yeah, I can see it's a little loud. Just lower it a little bit. I don't want the game to be too quiet, you know what I mean? But I figured it in hunt would be much louder than the loud music. Running. Okay. Yeah, bouncing on the tip of the tail. And I was in yellow sharpness earlier. So you could run left and right for the pounding attacks, but like you don't need to, and honestly I found it much more consistent to just run in one direction. When he's charged up, you really do want to roll, but when he's just normal like this, you can kind of just walk and avoid it. He's charged up, he's just a bit too fast. I don't think I'll be rolling through his shoulder checks for the video, but it is pretty fun. Maybe I'll mention it, like if you use the Lagombi armor, because I think it gives you evasion skills, right? You can get like evade +2 or maybe it was both of them. Maybe they both do. I don't remember. He's tired. Next time he has an opening, I'm gonna... Yep. I recommend saving your pitfall for when he's tired, because he'll be trapped for a long time. I probably should count out how many times he struggles for this, but you can get like 2 spirit gauge levels from this. I have a little bit of time left over. I started a little late, so maybe I won't. Oh, good. I figured. Let's see. 2 levels, and I think he should get up, so I'm just gonna shock him. What when it says this is Bleeding Cross, it's the Giganox Poison Longsword. And the armor is also Giganox. I was trying to decide like what weapon and armor to use, and I think I'm just gonna go with this. We've already fought Giganox. I don't think it's too difficult to farm for, and it works pretty well. Cutting off Zinogre's tail takes a while. If you want to cut the tail, you kind of have to focus on that for a while. Whereas his head seems to get broken more often than not because it's just such an important target. And his arms get broken just because I hate that attack so fucking much, dude. I swear to God. It's too fast, and his entire body is a hitbox when he does the headbutt. It's so fucking stupid. Who decided that was a good idea? It's more or less avoidable. I just despise it. It's so stupid. His charging mechanic also is very strange. From what I can tell, the first time you see him... Oh, he's almost dead. Wow. Where are we at? Okay, almost 10. Yeah, Giganox stuff is great. He should be charged up after this. So I'm just gonna keep a distance. Maybe I'll have time for this. Yeah. Awoo. Now he's supercharged because his back is blue instead of teal. Oops. Thought my weapon was away for some reason. That was lucky. I gotta get used to that. He doesn't always do that, but he does most of the time when he's supercharged. When he does that move, I mean. Oh. He goes to sleep in area 9. I might just wait. Should be enough, I think. Yeah. Man, as quickly as the monsters run away, they sure are fucking fast to go to sleep. I guess it makes sense, though. But... Yeah, he makes like a, I want to say a specific sound when he walks forward. For that, sure. That's a good hitbox. This attack's cool. It can be supercharged. It can be annoying to avoid though, depending on your range. I like this attack so much. Oh, Zinogre's so cool, dude. What a cool ass monster. I remember like doing my first hunt. When I started practicing, and seeing him do that move where he just like stands still and charges and shoots lightning bolts at the ground. And it's like he's so fucking cool, dude. Like, hey Khaki, how's it going? Feeling Giganox armor set is like you'd wear in Halloween. I don't know if I've seen or looked at the feline stuff like at all, unfortunately. I love the... What is this called? The pumpkin? I forgot what it's called. Is it Bumble Pumpkin or some shit? Oh, yo! Oh, that's fucking cool. I love that. Yeah, Nibble Snuff is awesome too. Ladybug classic. Wow, that looks awesome. Reminds me of Kuropeko. Trying not to fall asleep right now. Spoiler, I'm losing. Oof. Well, appreciate you stopping by, checking in. If you do nod off, hopefully you sleep well. Let's see. Hey, Manuel. Yeah, Bumble Pumpkin. So I think the goal for today is just going to be to make some more Zinogre weapons, just to have them, I guess. I've already made the longsword, just because. And I made the light bowgun because I wanted to have, for the video, wanted to have, you know, Zinogre weapons to show off the armor, just so it matched and so I didn't have to have, like, the Yukimo light bowgun or something, you know? So I can have my character be standing here and be like, you can get this shit from there, and then you can go there to do that thing, and whatever. Yeah, this is funny. I have all these equipment sets for the monsters we've been fighting, but now I'm out. I just have 2 left, so I'm gonna have to start removing some of these, which is fine. We're not gonna be using them anyways. Like, I don't need the Kuropeko hunting horn set. I don't think I'll be... I'm not really sure. No, I'm not a hunting horn player. I think you can gem in a Horn Maestro, right? So maybe that's... You don't need to use Kuropeko because it's a bit weak by now. Like, the baggy armor has better defense than Kuropeko. Ragi's pretty good just because it has Capture Guru. This is such a funny skill. Capture Guru, it shows when the monster can be captured, right? Like, it's funny because in Fruity Me Night, you can only get that in high rank. And it's like, you would figure, like, well, wouldn't it be more useful for, like, low rank people? Like, wouldn't they want to use it? But it's more of a convenience skill than it is, like, a crutch skill. And also, I think they wanted to encourage people to figure out how to capture monsters without the need of that skill, right? Because if they just gave us the skill at the beginning, we would just use that and we'd never have to learn, like, oh, the monster can be captured when they're limping, right? And honestly, I think it's probably fair. It's more so for, like, someone in high rank or G rank who it's like, well, I want to capture it and I don't want to have to focus, you know, or maybe the monster just has a really subtle tell, like Diablos or something. How does it show it? I've never had it. I'm sorry, I don't know. I forgot. Can you tell me what the context of that question is? Because I don't remember what I said. Question, will you consider doing guides for event quests? Maybe. I want to do a Cantor and Yukonlos and a Latreon, of course. I'd like to cover a lot of things, obviously, but, like, right now, I'm just focusing on the village quests, and then I'll be focusing on the guild hall. And then from there, I don't know. Main goal is just to get to Amatsu. Once Amatsu is defeated, I'll be in the same position I am with Fruity Me Night, where I still have things I want to do, but I'll just need to find time to do it. Also, when I'm done with Portable 3rd, I'm not really sure what game I'll go to. Probably a 5th gen game? Probably... I just don't know which one. Probably Worlds. Maybe? I'm not really sure, man. I'd have to... I mean, I did want to go to 4U, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that. We'll just have to see. If nothing else, I could just make, like, weapon guides for each game, you know what I mean? I do kind of want to make a Rise Longsword guide, just because there's so much to talk about, and I know so much about it. As of right now, I just gotta focus on finishing the main series. See, he won't do a charge up here, will he? Because he just did it. Yeah. Oh, wow. Right now he's gonna charge up. So I'm gonna back up. Yeah, Geo would be cool too. Unlock a Latreon, a Cantor, and a Gumos, yeah. I mean, I still want to make the Crimson Fatalis and White Fatalis guides for Freedom Unite, and honestly, the most of the work in doing those guides is literally unlocking the quests. Because I have to unlock Lao Shan Lung, which requires me to fight all of the Elder Dragons. Or, I don't remember what it is. I think you have to defeat all the Elder Dragons, but I think you have to defeat Lao Shan Lung first, and to unlock Lao Shan Lung, you have to do all the multi-monster quests, which is a fucking nightmare, honestly. So, honestly, unlocking from Fatalis is kind of harder than fighting Fatalis himself. So, I don't know. I'd like to do that. It's definitely on my list, if nothing else, for Freedom Unite. I still need to make the ranged guide for Freedom Unite. That was a faster third slam. Oh boy. I make a lot of stupid mistakes with Zinogre. I don't know. I'm still getting the hang of it. Because I have a pretty firm grasp of the fight, but like, when I do get hit, it's because I did something stupid. You know what I mean? I feel like I get lazy with this fight. I don't really know why. That was close. I don't think I have enough time for this, but I'll set it up anyway. Oh, no, I do. Oh god. Easy. Run at me. Is he gonna charge? Oh god. Oops. A bit too close to him. Gonna run at me. Where's this shiny that he dropped? There it is. Is he gonna charge now? Come on, do it, bitch. You won't. Yeah, at least we can jam to the banger theme. True. So he should be charged up the next time he does that, right? Oh, I thought he was leaving. So it's gotta be a charged thing where he does the spin attack. Now he's leaving. I want to play for you and GU so badly. Yeah, same. Why did... Not same, but yeah, I feel you. For you is a really important game to me. GU is too, actually. Oh god. It's happened to me a couple of times. It's so annoying when I attack him and he does like a spin and I hit his tail, like the tip of his tail. It just so happened to... See, why isn't he charged up now? I don't understand the charge mechanic of this monster. I really do. There's that shitty attack. I want to say it's because it's his first appearance that they didn't quite like fully. God damn it! I knew that was gonna miss. They didn't really like fully design his mechanic, I guess. Because I've done a lot of testing. I've tried a lot of things. I've tried to look for a lot of things, and things are just so inconsistent. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And keep in mind, I'm not just looking for something like, oh, how do I clear the quest? I'm looking for something that I can give people actionable advice and be like, this is how the charge mechanic works. But I don't fucking know how the charge mechanic works. The Japanese wiki says that there's 6 stages to his charge, and that if you put a shock trap down, it'll give him 3 out of those 6 stages. But like, it's so confusing, dude. Oh. Yeah, there's 6 apparently. It's really confusing, man. Like, I've gone over it so many times. I've tried to figure it out. Trust me. Like, I'm not just saying this. It's really confusing. It's inconsistent. And maybe there's just something I'm not noticing, but yeah, I need to kill this fucker. Okay. From what I can tell... Oh god. There's that attack again. I keep getting hit by it, like... I just need to cement it in my mind that that's not an opening. Or at the very least, it can be not an opening. The nice thing about Zinogre is you kind of just hit him wherever, and you'll be doing decent damage. Fuck. Yeah, me too, buddy. It'll be alright. That's a pounce attack. A lot of tracking, unfortunately. He's leaving. Really spoil us with all the wire bugs and styles and later gens. We actually need to learn the monster moves instead of just countering their moves. I mean, you still need to learn the monster moves, but yeah. Can the tail be removed? Yeah. The charge mechanic is based on vibes, yeah, for real. Is it possible to put my 10 Zinogre plushies down as a dependence on my 2025 attacks or transform? I hope so. Yeah, puppy bite. He's just giving me kisses, you know? But yeah, as far as I can tell, the first time you see Zinogre, it will take him 7 charges, and I don't know why it's 7 specifically. And I might even just be misunderstanding the way the charge mechanics works, right? When he charges up, he does the howling, right? Next time he does it, I'll try and talk about it. Should be pretty soon. So, when he charges up, he does the howl, right? So, right there. I think when he does the howl, or like right before, that's when the charge happens. I think. And notice how he does it two in a row. Now, he doesn't always do it 2 in a row. Sometimes he does it 3 in a row. I don't fucking know why. I hate that move. But yeah, from what I can tell, the first time you fight him, he'll do those roars 7 times and then be charged up. The next time you fight him, nice. He'll do it 4 times. I think. Like, why? And then when he's close to death, I think he can do it with just 2. Shit. I don't know how to avoid that if you're on his left side. Wow. I didn't think I'd avoid that. Oh, come on. Whatever. Fuck. There it is again. Maybe just like when he's charged up, I need to assume that he'll always do that. Because just in case, what if he does? Yeah, when I was first fighting this guy, I was using all my potions. Amogus. What he's aiming at? Yeah, this attack is cool as hell. For avoiding the lightning strikes, I'm pretty sure it doesn't strike in the same place twice. That tail whip attack can be really difficult to avoid if you're not ready for it. I knew it. I knew it. Whoa, okay, thanks. Thank you, ledge. There's a ledge there, by the way. What is he aiming at? What? I'm over here. Damn. Come on. Yeah, log MVP for real. Dude, that Alteroth is gonna end my life. He's gotta be almost dead. That's interesting. Come on. Aiming at nothing. They usually don't do that though, right? Like, I expect that from Dark Souls bosses, where they'll just, like, attack even if they won't, like, actually hit you. But in Monster Hunter, I want to say it's the opposite. Like, if they're attacking, it's usually because they'll hit you. I don't know why I didn't sharpen. Another fucking longsword L that they did to this weapon in this game is that when you die, you lose all of your charge. That's completely fucking unnecessary, but here we are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, Kaki. There's still some level of jank in this game, which is unfortunate. And you know, you gotta give him some slack. It's his first appearance, you know? Like, and for a first appearance, this is an awesome fight. Okay. Okay. Oh, I thought he was gonna eat that bird. See, he didn't do it then. Yeah, the tail flip's cool. Now the headbutt. The headbutt can go fucking burn in hell. The headbutt is like Barrioth's fucking lunge attack. It's so annoying. Okay, sure. I guess I should have rolled. I fucking hate that move, dude. It's so stupid. Sure, like the fucking weeds, dude. I thought he was gonna do the pound attack, but like I can't fucking see him. Wake up, piece of shit. Yeah, this is why I'm practicing, so. I'm not sure which weapon I want to make. Maybe the dual blades, because they look sick. Or bow. What do you think about the trailer of the new game? Looks really good. I'm really excited for it. Now the sword and shield looks sick. Oh jeez. Oh, doesn't this one fold? Honestly, maybe I don't make a weapon. I could just use the parts for money if I need it. Just kind of stockpile them as I practice. I'm considering recommending people start bringing mega potions. I mean, they should have stockpiled a lot of honey by now. And now we have enough of the combined books, right? You just need 2 combined books, right, to do mega potions? Okay, it's not gonna tell me. Wait. There we go. Yeah, it's just 2. So we've been able to make mega potions for a while now. The only problem would have been honey. Using mega potions for this fight would be really fucking nice because he does so much damage per hit compared to what we've been dealing with. And moving forward, things are just going to start hitting harder as well. Maybe this is the point where I start telling people to bring mega potions. I mean, you should have been bringing mega potions, you know, for all your hunts, honestly, but... Yeah, I feel that, Magna, honestly. I mean, I'm going to be able to get it. I'm in a very fortunate place, at least, you know, financially speaking, I suppose. Which is a first for me. So now that I've said it out loud. I hate that move. It's so fucking stupid. Headbutt. This is good. Never mind. I thought it was good. I mean, it was good, but I fucked it up. Is he leaving? He's not leaving. That's bait. Charge. That's what I meant to do last time. Lucky. I don't remember if this is charge. I think this is charge. Pretty sure it is. No, next time. Now, you might be thinking, oh, well, Heddy, just look at his fucking back. He's glowing now. No. Again, I've been over this. I've looked and I've tested and I've paid attention and I've you know, all this shit. His back glowing doesn't mean fucking anything. I've had him charge up with no glow at all from one charge up. Like, it's fucked up. It's inconsistent. It sucks. For the Tigrex video, I'll just use Lance. Actually, Longsword's a really good matchup against Tigrex because we have an answer for a lot of his bullshit now. Which is funny, all we needed was a fucking lateral fade slash. That kind of does most of the work. Now, as for the other weapons... I mean, shit. The health values in the high-ranked guild hall are probably just going to be enough to send me over the edge anyways. It's fucking ridiculous how much health they give him. Then again, just like with G-rank and Freedom Unite, I thought, like, I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know how I'm going to manage it, but I did, so... Maybe I'll make it work. You didn't do it that time. Lucky. Yeah, Wilds with multi-platform and crossplay is honestly huge. It shouldn't be huge, to be fair, but it's a big step in the right direction, for sure. I haven't fought Zenith monsters yet. I've kind of barely played Frontier. Charged up? Probably not. But you never know. Next time I think he will be. It's not an opening. It is an opening. Thank you for your consistency, Zinogre, as always. The next charge has got to be a charge up, yeah? Right? Surely. Surely you can't be serious. I don't know if that's ever, like, safe. I've had him do that 3 times in a row once, where he like lunges forward, tail slam, lunge forward, tail slam. It's pretty funny. There it is. That's another one. You gotta recognize that sound effect. That. Because that's when he'll do the tail slam. Because it was super vague on what he was doing there, and if you didn't hear the sound. Rawr. Man, don't you guys miss old gen games where the monsters were like realistic and weren't just like super demons? So anyways. But Heddy, his body conducts electricity, but he can't generate it, so it makes sense. No, it doesn't. Oh, whatever. I don't care. Thank you, Try, for lateral fade slash. Honestly, I'll gladly help an HR guild hall. I appreciate it, but my guides are supposed to be single player only. Oof, sorry to hear about your internet, Khaki. Later, Jody. Hope you have good lunch. Yeah, when he has low health, he charges quicker. But the thing is, like, first of all, it's very difficult to find out when he's at low health. Second of all, that doesn't seem to always be true. And what the hell does charging quicker mean? Because from what I've seen, I think it's, I mean, I've already talked about it. I literally already talked about this. But from what I've seen, he just does the 2 howls instead of the 4. And of course, the first time you see him, he usually does it 7 times. So it's like, why the fuck? It's so inconsistent. And without actually seeing like the numbers, you know, under the hood, it's kind of impossible to even say how the fuck this fight's supposed to work. Yeah, realistic fire-breathing dragons. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, no, you see, they have flame sacks, or, oh, you know, they have, like, ignition fluid or something. But no, it's not about, like, whether or not something is realistic, because, of course, Monster Hunter's not realistic. It's just that it's realistic within its own world, within its own setting. Okay. So, that would include all of Monster Hunter, right? Not just these cherry-picked examples that you think are realistic enough for yourself. Like, people are just stupid. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Just say that you're a like, first-gen fan and stop saying you're a Monster Hunter fan. It's really that simple. So he just ate, and he's charging twice. No charge. Might be dead. Thank you, fucking weeds. Okay, he's almost dead. I'm gonna wait. Okay, I've waited. Oh, I fucking knew I should have sharpened, dude. God damn it. I guess I'll do it now. Hello, Zinogre. So this should charge him up? Okay. Did it run at me? No backflip. Or wait, he's not supercharged, so. Sometimes he'll do that move and then he'll start pounding. It's annoying. So yeah, remember when we were like, oh, when he's weak he charges faster, but he didn't do it then, I don't think. So. It's just inconsistent. If you can give me explicit information on how Zinogre's charge mechanic works, and then I can use that information and test it myself and see that it works, then sure, good on you. But until then, it's so fucking inconsistent. And I'm not saying it's random, obviously. It's obviously not, but... Oh, I miss Base World. Yeah, I mean... What, where monsters were, like, realistic? I do miss Base World as well, honestly. I don't like the Clutch Claw at all. Honestly, seeing the fucking claw, or the, you know, the slinger in Wilds has me tweaking a little bit. Because I'm just... Wonder how invaders are going to work due to the huge maps. I don't know. They'll probably just be around. One thing's for sure. I hope we don't get to see monsters on the map. Like, I really don't care that Rise does it that way. I seriously do not give a shit. But I hope Wilds doesn't do it, because I'm not a huge fan of it. But, like, Rise isn't the worst game because of it. I just, you know. Rise is what Rise is, and I don't think it takes away from it. But I think it would disappoint me, I guess, if it was in Wilds. Honestly, I don't really know how they... Hopefully they rework how finding the monster works, because World system works until it just doesn't, until you just know where the monsters are. And sure, you work your way up to that, but like, you know what I mean? And then Rise just throws the whole fucking system out the window and says, here you go, you get to see where the monster is. But if you go before World, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, you memorize where the monster starts and you find them every single time. Like, look at what I'm doing right now, right? I'm going to Area 5 every single time because that's where Zinogre starts. And guess what? I find Zinogre immediately. So this is functionally exactly the same as Worlds and Rise. If anything, it's worse because Zinogre's always starting in Area 5. But, and if I don't show up immediately to our, you know, predetermined date, then Zinogre could be fucking anywhere in this map, you know? Like he goes to different, you know, specific spots, sure, and follows patrol pattern, sure. But, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to memorize that for every fucking monster, for every fucking quest, for every fucking map. You know what I mean? That's not fun for me. I think that's the most important part, is fucking fun. So hopefully Wilds figures out a more elegant solution that isn't just scout flies, that isn't just cahoots, you know what I mean? So we'll just have to see. If not, oh well. I would even take, honestly, the feline's ability to say, hey, the monster's over here, you know? I'll take that, you know? Where you get like every so often they tell you where the monster is for like 5 or 10 seconds. Like, I'll take that. I don't even care. But I just hope it's more elegant and more like interesting than just, again, telling you where the monster is. Fuck. I get this. Oh. Not safely, at least. Okay, cool combo, thanks. What, you gonna fucking throw balls at me next? I think I might just leave the area, depending on what it does. Is that an opening? Yeah, I think so. I might be. No, I'm fine. Yeah, World's weapon designs are awful. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Like, I kind of get the idea, but like, they just suck. And I hate that. Like, some of them are fine-ish. I don't know why I thought he would only do 2. Yeah, some weapons, I mean, that's just the thing about Monster Hunter, that some weapons are better than others on certain situations, but like the Clutch Claw specifically, I noticed that Dual Blades was pretty good, and, you know, I've seen Lance be really good, and Sword and Shield's really good, so. I want to say Hammer also is decent. I don't know, I never used Hammer, but Longsword's Clutch Claw was, as far as I can tell, just kind of whatever. Oh, Greatsword's Clutch Claw, at least using the Slinger to skip, charge level, fucking peak. Like, that shit is crazy. Greatsword is so strong. Just because you can skip strong charge slash and go directly into TCS, and then Rise was just like, fuck it, you just get TCS for free. Yeah, Rise Combat's great. It's hot in here. Sorry if you can hear my fan. Yeah, it's definitely coming through. God damn it. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, the Slinger in trailer too, I was like, uh-oh. That being said, like, the way they used it from their mount, like grabbing the rocks and then shooting it, that looked pretty cool. I mean, we'll have to see how it actually works in game, but... I don't know when the last time I sharpened was, I'm just gonna do it because I'm always worried about running out of sharpness this early in the fucking game. It's ridiculous. Yeah, fuck the claw, honestly. Seriously. I don't like the tenderizing mechanic in World. Hey there, Idra Fate. How's it going? Yeah, all the tracking systems we got do leave a bit to be desired, for sure. I do like the paintball. I like the idea of it. And I don't want tracking to be annoying. Like, this also begs the question, like, does tracking even need to be a mechanic, right? Like, what does it bring to the experience? I would argue that the lack of tracking kind of detracts from the game, but having to do the tracking also doesn't really add anything to me, or to it for me. That being said, that's because the rest of the game is what it is. Like, this game isn't a hunting game, really. It's a boss fight game, you know what I mean? Like, you fight bosses. That's what we're doing. Like, let's be real. Like, sure, we can be like, oh, yeah, we know our prey, and we can learn things from them, and they do this and that. And honestly, World did that really well. And Wilds looks like they're going to be doing even more of that, which it looks fucking cool, man. Like, the interactivity of between the monsters and the hunter, and also the environment, looks like this is something we haven't really seen before, which is honestly really fucking cool. Like, the fact that the monster grabs onto the player's sword, the fact that those small monsters are getting on top of the, Chatacabra, that looks really cool. It isn't really something we've seen before, because most of the time when monsters interact with each other in this game, right, it's like two large monsters, one of them attacks, and it like clips the other one, and then they do a pain animation, right? That's the extent. Obviously we have turf wars, but those are pre-made animations, and not to say that the small monsters jumping on Chatacabra aren't, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it feels much more dynamic and like the world's alive, right? Like the world makes sense, if that makes sense. And that's really cool. I'd love to see that. I really want to see more. And seeing that like worm thing like grab onto the the hanging rock kind of thing or whatever, that looks really cool too, even though it kind of looks set PC. It doesn't really look like it'll affect gameplay too much. I'll actually just have to see how it is when we get in there, because it could just be annoying. Like, once it gets up there and you're using a melee weapon, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, right? Like, we really have to think about, like, okay, this is cool, but how does it play, right? Like, it's a game, guys. Remember, it's a game. So, I am super excited for it, though. I'm really eager to see the game, to play the game, to see what else they have. I just have to see. It's definitely going to be a day one thing for me, but, you know, that's me. And I'll definitely be playing through it on my channel. I mean, shit, now that I have a better computer, I can actually play through Wild Hearts, and I think that would be kind of neat as just like a, you know, an extra thing. Because Wild Hearts does have some pretty interesting ideas, but... yeah, I think giving us tracks that the monsters leave is a really good idea. Now, having them glow with highlighter fluid is not necessarily the most graceful of solutions to add onto it, but, you know, it's a video game, what are you going to do? But I think having tracks to follow is a very good step in the right direction if we want to be like, oh, it's a hunting game, right? It's a delicate balance for sure. You don't want to add too much to make it like annoying. It's like, I just want to fight the monster kind of thing, but you also don't want to have it barely there where it's like, well, why even fucking bother having this mechanic? Kind of like Scout Flies a little bit, because again, once you level it up enough, it kind of just stops being a mechanic altogether, right? Like you just pick up one track and all of a sudden you know where the monster is. I do like World where it's like you pick up extra tracks if you want to find out if it's capturable or not. I think that's good. While we do, like, with every decision, things are gained and things are lost, right? Every decision, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter if it's objective or subjective, things are gained and things are lost, right? Upgrading your Scout Flies to max to see when the monster's capturable, it's nice, it's more transparent, it's helpful to newer players, it's helpful to, you know, veteran players, because we don't have to worry about fucking, you know, hopefully seeing the flinching animation, or the limping animation, right? We can just look at the skull if it's there or not. Now, that being said, we are kind of losing that sense of paying attention to what the monster's doing, you know, whatever. Maybe there could be more obvious, you know, telegraphs as to when the monster's capturable that, you know, doesn't necessarily happen if you're lucky or not, right? Like, if you attack the monster too quickly, or if you kill the monster too quickly, you won't be able to see that it's flinching, right? And how the fuck are you supposed to know it's capturable at that point, right? You just have to know, or you just have to, you know, like, that's not great. So, you just have to balance out the good with the bad, because there will always be good and bad. It's just the nature of balancing and decision making. See? He didn't charge there, even though I was kind of sure he was going to. He's finally tired, so. Ow. Yeah, unless your cat says, our prey is weak, right for the capture. Yo, fly me out to, I don't know, fucking Wisconsin. I don't know where they do voice acting. Make me a voice of one of the felines. I'll do great. I promise. Asshole. Something I've seen, when Zinogre's in Area 2, he can jump down to Area 5. It's a really cool animation. I was surprised when I saw it. Hopefully I'll be able to catch it on footage. I don't know why I didn't record it when I saw it, but hey, whatever. Here we are. Also, I've never understood why when monsters roar do their jaws tremble. Is that like a thing that creatures do? Like, it's every monster. Whenever they roar, their like, jaws tremble when they do it. Why is that a thing? It's always felt so weird to me, like, you know what I mean? Like, why do they do that? Are they trying to show us that the roar is like powerful or something? Or is that just like, again, is that like actually how creatures roar? Or... You know? Never understood that. Oh god. Yes. Run, coward. I am sinister. It's to make it look cool and impactful, not realistic in any way. Yeah, that's what I keep thinking. Like, to me, it's always looked kind of awkward. I don't know, but yeah. Rip. They all have cavities, so it hurts them to open their mouth. Oof. Wild Hearts died the moment someone on Twitter called it Fortnite X Monster Hunter. Fair. Hey, what's up, Injiro? How's it going? Tracking in paintball might work and probably won't lose this mechanic on longer playthrough. Yeah. I think that would honestly... I wouldn't mind. Like, imagine the way it works in these games where you have to use the paintball, but give us hints as to where the fuck the monster is. Maybe it's a sound that, you know... I would even take, like, oh, you enter an area and you hear, like, it growling in the direction of the you know, the next area transition. Something like that, you know what I mean? Or, like, you can hear it clomping around or, you know, something, right? And then you have to go over there and then paintball it. I wouldn't mind that too much. Sure, maybe there could be a better way to do it, but, you know, I think that'd be fine. Yeah, Dauntless is the one that's Fortnite as well. Yeah, Dauntless is Fortnite as hell. I should probably stream Dauntless at one point or another. I feel like they can do tracking well by having traces you can find, but you have to be observant to see them instead of magic glowing bugs. Yeah, I think that's honestly, I think that'd be good. But like, and I think it would also work as like, you don't have to pay attention to them, because if you think about the old games, we don't have tracks in these games, right? You just know where they are, right? And I think having the monsters start in one area every time is kind of lame. I think it would be good to have them be able to spawn in any area that they start in, especially because sometimes when you fight Zinogre, for example, like these last few hunts, he's never been in Area 2, but he has a cool transition where he goes to from Area 2 to Area 5, so we just haven't seen that because he's never been over there. See, he did it 3 times in a row. You see this shit? You see this shit? You see this shit? You see this shit? He did it 3 times in a row. Inconsistent. Hey, my mic's not stereo, is it? Right? Okay, it's mono, right? I don't know why it looks so weird in OBS. Or maybe it looks that way because it's mono. Anyway. You see this shit? You gonna run at me or something? Oh. What are you gonna do? Stab me? Man who was stabbed. Do the tail flip. Oh, that works too. Oh, I hate that move. When I first played World, I looked in the direction the footprints are facing to find more tracks. Yeah. Tracks that lead to more tracks could work, yeah. Now, that being said, Warframe, I know, sorry for mentioning it, has a tracking system where you hunt creatures. And when you follow those tracks, when you get close to them, they start glowing, right? But you have to be really close to them. And so it's so annoying to follow them. It's good that they glow because otherwise they'd be kind of impossible to see. But, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be like that, if that makes sense. Oh god. If any of y'all have done the conservation thing in Warframe, you know what I'm talking about. It's a cool idea, but the way it's implemented is fucking lame. And god, does that not explain every fucking, like, mechanic in Warframe. Like, man, this is a cool idea. Too bad it's not implemented well. He's gonna charge up. This probably won't work. Oh! Yeah, no, that worked. You really gotta time it, though. This timing is honestly a little too strict to recommend doing that, but it is possible, I suppose. Although I kinda got lucky with his move selection. I always expect him to back up. There's a faster triple pound. Ah! That's an opening. Hey, buddy. I hate that move. It's so fucking stupid. Also, I'm going to mention it again because I like mentioning this. If you don't know, when you dive, there's a moment where you can't move when you first stand up. And you can avoid that by rolling right away or holding sprint as you stand up. Like, watch, I'll do a dive. And if I don't hold sprint, my character does that stumble right there. That stumble right there can get you killed. But if you dive and hold sprint as you get up, no stumble. Very, honestly, very important tech that you need to know about. Seriously, like, I'm not kidding. It's really important. Now, if you don't have stamina, you'll do a slow run, but at least you'll still skip that stumble animation. I want to say that's in the game, at least until, like, 4U, but, or Generations, but I don't know. Ah! That was close. Oh! Every game benefits from Diablo-style transmogs. Yeah, I think so. Well, okay. Again, every decision, there's something gained and something lost. I do think transmogging is a good thing overall, don't get me wrong. But whenever I think of transmogging, I always think of, like, you're kind of losing the effect. Okay, well, this is a very minor thing, especially nowadays, where being impressed is a rarity and not really fun for anyone, I guess. But, you know, back in the day, you would see someone with, like, you know, some artifact weapon or, like, you know, some high rank or high tier armor or some shit, and it used to mean something, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, like, having that prestige is important. I'm saying that those moments, I guess, of seeing someone, like, you're playing with your friend or something, right? And you're walking through Stormwind or some shit, right? And they're like, oh, dude, that guy's got the armor from, I don't know, fucking, I don't know. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, that's really cool, man. That's a super high level dungeon. And it just instills this sense of wonder, right? It gives you, like, a point of reference to look to, you know? Like, you're this shitty level, I mean, this is an MMO I'm talking about, but, like, you know, you're this shitty level 10 with your, like, level 18, like, I don't know, friend, right? And this dude's level 60. But, like, it kind of, like, you can see yourself in them, if that makes sense. And the same thing with Monster Hunter, right? Like, you see someone with, like, fucking Yukonlos armor, and you're like, what is that? You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, I mean, you'll see him later. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, that doesn't really happen because we know everything. We all know everything. It fucking sucks, dude. The internet sucks. It was a mistake. The industrial consequences and its revolution. Anyway, you know, like, it's just, there's no wonder anymore. The childlike wonder, right? So. And maybe that's just me. I know that's probably partially just me. I know I'm just projecting, but I know that I'm not the only one, you know? and it kind of sucks. Maybe it's just a thing when you get older. Maybe it's just some problem I have, but you still have yet to beat. You still have to beat Primordial Malzeno. Any tips? It's honestly a gear check. It's a gear check, and the fight is very fucking annoying. I've finally been able to like beat him solo, and I've put him on farm with a friend, which has been pretty fun. I think I'm decent at the fight now, but one thing that really helped was getting better gear. I could maybe fight him later if you guys want. I don't know, maybe. I'm kind of just doing portable third here. I'm not really sure when I'll stop. But yeah, another thing about transmog is like when you look at someone, you can kind of be like, oh, they're built for, you know, evasion or something, right? Like they're built for this or that, right? But with transmog, you can't really fucking tell unless you look into their status page, right? Or when someone's using transmog, right, they can just use like the bath towel set, right? Or they can use whatever they want. They can use the look of anything, but without the consequences of actually using that gear. Now, again, let me be clear. The transmog system is good for player expression. Don't get me wrong. But again, you're kind of losing something there. You're losing the communication of what that gear means. And that's, I guess, what I'm really getting at here. Is like, you can look at someone and be like, oh, they have the fucking, the Makulova and, or what is it, Makulova and Rajang set. So they have the fucking focus and art of unsheathing. You know what I mean? You know, they have the skull armor set. You know what build they have by just looking at them. You know what their playstyle probably will be by just kind of looking at them. And of course that'll be like a later thing, you know, whatever. But transmog is the layered armor. So layered armor from Rise, you get to make armor the look of the armor, and then you can equip the look of it, but using the stats of something else. And that's a good thing because, again, player expression. I would say maybe using layered armor like in town would be fine, maybe? Well, no. See, I don't know. There's not really a way you can have both. But if I had to choose one, I would say, you know, transmog's a good thing. We should have transmog. So this is what I'm talking about, though. Like, with every decision, you gain something, you lose something, you know? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can make things difficult, and it can make me understand some positions that I otherwise wouldn't, right? Like how people say that Monster Hunter 2 Dose is the best Monster Hunter game and it's the last good Monster Hunter game. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm fucking talking about Jacob's video again. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? So. Yeah, the drip still means, damn, this guy farmed for 10,000 years. A lot of RPGs do it where you have to get the drop before you can use it. Yeah. I wouldn't, honestly, like, yeah. The way it works in Rise, when we fought Primordial Malzeno, my friend literally got the layered armor and he equipped it. And I was like, you don't even have the armor yet. But he was just using the look of it, and that's fine. But it does, again, you can just kind of look like you have Primordial Malzeno armor, never having beaten Primordial Malzeno, and that's kind of silly. I think having a toggle option actually would be good, like a personal toggle option. It kind of sucks, again, you lose something because now people are like, yo, check out the fit. And you'll be like, I just see your armor that you're using. And they're like, oh, well, never mind, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But yeah, transmog, sorry. I keep saying transmog because I think that's what it was originally called. I want to say World of Warcraft did it first, but I do not know the history of this mechanic. But what we mean when we say transmog is just the layered armor system in Monster Hunter, which was added in World. And it was really clunky in World until they figured it out. I wouldn't even mind, like, when you make the armor, if they just give you a copy of the look, you know what I mean? Or just literally how a lot of games do it, just have us have a layered armor slot, and you could just equip the armor that you've made, since nowadays, like, equipment chests don't really have, like, a limit, right? So you can just have one of every single equipment, which is good. I like that, too. I like being able to collect things. Anyways. Later, Creeper Mav, I think you're already gone, but yeah. Yeah. Portable third's good. Yeah, can't use light bowgun because he's too fast. Yeah, Primordial Malzeno. So the thing about Primordial Malzeno for me is that, have you ever fought Otogirin from World? You know how he's very combo heavy, right? And how you basically have to wait for his combo to be over before you attack. Primordial Malzeno, at least his third phase, is like that. And his third phase was the one that I was like kind of dreading the most. Part of the fight is just you have to get good at the encounter. Part of the fight is that they just did not design the moves very well, honestly. Straight up, full stop. I hate that fucking move, dude. Although, I think at that point I would have gotten hit by anything. Yeah, like the Primordial Malzeno, you just have to learn his moves. There's a couple of ways to avoid... actually, one of my viewers, I'm very proud of him, one of my viewers made a very good Primordial Malzeno guide, and it actually legitimately helped me beat him. Like, I probably wouldn't have beat him without that video, seriously. And besides the third phase, it really is just you have to learn the moves. Unfortunately, in my opinion, you can't really learn the moves without someone telling you how they work, because it just doesn't make any fucking visual sense. But yeah, maybe if I fight him later on, I don't know if I'll beat him, but I'll kind of go over it. And then yeah, once you get to phase 3, you literally just have to be patient, and I think that's horrible. It's so boring. I mean, you can be aggressive, you can get some damage in, but you are incentivized to just sit back and wait for him to stop attacking until it's your turn, and it's so bad. It's really bad design, honestly. Here, actually, let me link it in chat, because honestly, it's really good. I will be referencing it if I ever make like a Primordial Malzeno guide. Yeah, I'm not a fan, and I do not agree with the idea of telling your players to just stop attacking and stop interacting with the fight until he's ready for you to, you know, like, it's just why, like, I hate it. Yeah, I was gonna pin it, but I can't get to the thing, so there you go. But yeah, let's see. I prefer to have transmog rather than not, yeah. Yeah, make the piece of equipment and it unlocks for use as layered. Yeah, same. I'm not a huge fan of having to farm for like tickets to make the thing. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Potato. I appreciate it, yeah. Zinogre head bump changes every game. Sometimes it sends you flying, sometimes it's just a light flinch, yeah. In this game, if you're like behind him, I swear to God, it makes his whole fucking body a hitbox. It's so annoying. That's why I hate it. Like, if it was just his head, I'd be fine, but I think it's his entire body. It's the fucking worst. But anyways, if you're like to his side, you'll still be hit by it, but if you're in the middle of an attack, or if you have like, you know, hyper armor or super armor or whatever, you know. It won't knock you down, but you'll still get hit. Oh shit. He's gonna run? I swear, I'm just gonna sharpen every time he changes an area, because I just assume that I'm probably low. Am I streaming on Twitch? Right now I'm not. I haven't in a long time. I was using it for games other than Monster Hunter, but I sort of decided maybe I'll just play non-Monster Hunter games on this channel too, and just have my viewers deal with it. I'm not really sure, man. Like, it's a difficult thing to balance. I do want to play other games and, like, you know, all that, but, you know, it's hard. Yeah, I want to do that because I like other games, and also I think people would like to see other games. That being said, the numbers aren't lying, like... I say that other people would like to see other games, and I think that's true, but that being said, you know, it's a smaller percentage. I don't know why I keep doing this. I hate that move so much. Yeah? By the way, it took me paying attention to his moves for this video to realize that those balls are coming from his back. It makes sense, obviously, but I always just assumed they were coming from his tail. I don't know why. I've never paid attention. I hate that move. It's so stupid. I hate it. Ah. I hate it. I dislike Bracky's moveset beyond 3rd gen. For you broke his AI. Oof. I don't remember, honestly. But me and Bracky don't really have the best of relationships, for sure. He's leaving? Are 3D United's hitboxes the same as Portable 3rd? No, they're not. The animations are different, and the hitboxes are different. Actually, the first time I played Portable 3rd, I was having trouble with Rathian because, like, because the animations were so different. No Mega Potions? No. I think I might recommend people bring them. And I'll probably use it for the guide, but I've just been using regular potions. I actually mentioned it earlier, just now, that like, so far I've been not using Mega Potions, but I think this is the point where I tell people, hey, start using that honey that you have to make better potions, because this motherfucker hits hard. You know what I mean? I thought... Okay, I thought my weapon was out. Sometimes you get hit after the fucking round slash and your weapon's out. Sometimes it's not. Like, I just don't pay attention enough, I guess. Poverty subs for the guides. Yeah, that's always been what I've been doing. I always do, like, what's the worst case scenario, right? But, you know, for this case, you might as well. You might as well bring Mega Potions. Because you should have honey by now, and you can make... It's a 100% chance to make it. That was kind of sick, you gotta admit. Yeah, you try to get Mega Potions ASAP in a playthrough, and you should. All my videos always say, like, you know, this is like a bare minimum, you know, poverty setup, but you should bring better setups. Like, I don't say it every video, but it's sort of like the implication for my entire series. Is like, I'm not using the best that you could be for most of the time. Like, in the start of 4-star, you can get the armor and power charms. You can absolutely get the power and armor charms before you fight anything in 4-star. But I'm holding off until after we beat Zinogre to actually get them, which is why I also don't have them in my inventory. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, built on Monster Hunter, so a lot of people aren't going to show up for non-Monster Hunter stuff, yeah. It'll take a while. I could just, you know, do stuff on Heddy too, and maybe eventually I will, but I don't... Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. As it is, I have trouble getting people to show up for non-Monster Hunter stuff, and that would probably just make it even worse. Because at the end of the day, the same thing with my music. Like, I'm making these videos for people to watch, right? I'm streaming and stuff for people to watch, right? Like, I don't really want to do it just for myself. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I want to be like, oh, I want to stream, I don't know, Sunset Overdrive. Oh, I want to stream, I don't know, fucking Eldritch. I want to stream Cyberpunk, you know? I want to stream... I mean, I have a whole fucking list in my Steam library. I want to stream, you know, Disco Elysium. I want to stream fucking... whatever, right? Sure, I want to, but not if no one's gonna show up, you know what I mean? Like, not for like 3 people, if that makes sense. And The goal is eventually to make videos out of that, I guess, if that makes sense, right? Like, to make edits and stuff, and, you know, because I know that's been the goal even before I made the Monster Hunter guide series, is that, like, I really like the idea of, like, streaming and then, like, making edits of those streams, like, editing them down, because I know some people don't want to sit for who knows how long while I'm watching someone stream. I don't, you know? And a lot of what I do is based on how I see things, so, yeah, you know. I ultimately try to make content that I would enjoy, because that's the only person I can truly cater to. It's the only type of person that I truly understand is myself, so. I can try to cater to other types here and there when I can, but for the most part, it's just going to be like, you know, what's something that I would like, or what's something that I wouldn't like, and I'll not do that, right? Which is why all my videos start with pretty much very little introduction. Portable Third, actually, I started doing introductions, like, even a little bit, you know, talking about, like, what we've been doing, what's going on, what we're about to do, and then, like, any information that's around that. I think that's still important to do, and so I won't be not doing that. But God, do I hate... It's such a pet peeve of mine, fucking YouTuber intros and all this other bullshit, dude. Like, I legitimately hate it so much. Like, to the point where if I'm watching something and I'm not, like, fully invested in watching it, if they start that shit with, "What's up, guys? It's me," I just click off. I just immediately click off. Because, like, there's a couple of things. First of all, if you fucking tell me what we're gonna do, I saw the title of the video. Like, I know what I'm in for, you know? And I know I do that too. But anyways, if you tell me your fucking name, I can read the channel name. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, for me, it feels disrespectful. You know what I mean? Now, that being said, I think it'd be funny to do like an April Fool's sort of thing, but I've been saying that for a while, and who knows if I'll ever actually do it. But, yeah. Yeah, this is a village quest. I'm just doing practice runs right now. My next video will be Zinogre. I just uploaded Nibble Snarf, so. And after Zinogre, we'll be fighting Uragan, Rathalos, Nargacuga, and Barioth. Does Dongo weakness work on Elder Dragons? I believe so, yeah. I'm pretty sure every monster has, like, a range of where their health can be, and it's randomly chosen. I want to say it's, like, there are set amounts. So, for example, imagine... I don't know, Primordial Malzeno has, I'm just going to throw out numbers, like 90,000 health. It could have like 92,500, or it could have like 95,000 health, right? 92,500, 95,000, or 90,000, right? It'll kind of just choose between those, and I want to say it might be linked to how big it is. Could be wrong. But what Weakener does is it makes them smaller, and it will limit their health to a certain amount. So, yeah, dude, don't even get me started on the fucking thumbnails. Yes, seeing them do a dumb face, like, it's so cringe, and not in a good way. Like, and the arrow pointing, like, I would only ever do that as like a joke, you know what I mean? So YouTube sucks for that goal. Once you're known for something, you gotta make a whole new channel for anything else. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of eventually, like, not to say that I'll ever abandon this channel, I won't, but I'm thinking of, like, eventually moving over to Heddy too and doing more over there. But in order to start doing that, I would need to have more of a following, so... And I have a lot of clips to go through, which, for better or worse, you know. I'd wish they'd introduce more stuff like power talons rather than making more buffs you gotta waste time to stack, like demon power pills, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be cool. I don't know. Again, the whole discussion of, like, you gain something, you lose something with that, but I do understand the frustration and the annoyance of having to use, like, you know, demon powder and pills and stuff like that. It's not like nobody will show up. Yeah, I appreciate it, Gary. Yeah. Also, sorry, I'm just not catching up to chat. That's another thing, man. Once I get big enough, I won't be able to, like, read chat so much, which, I mean, you know, we'll just have to deal with it. I mean, that's implying a lot, but, you know, whatever. Hey, what's up, YouTube? That being said, another thing is, okay, again with the gaining losing things. For a while now, I have known, or I do know that some people just like YouTuber intros. Honestly, like some people, you know, watching PewDiePie, right? They love the bro fist. They love the hey, it's PewDiePie. You know what I mean? Like, and that's great. I love that for them. You know, like it doesn't do anything for me. I don't really care. That being said, I've mentioned him before, but I watch Spoon Kid a lot. He's like a Rust YouTuber. I don't play Rust at all. I've never played it, but I just love watching him. And every time he starts a video, he goes, "What's up, Spooners?" And it's like, and it's kind of a comfort thing even for me now. You know what I mean? So I get it. I really do. And if nothing else, I think me at the end of my videos saying "until next time" kind of does that as well. And I get that. I was kind of inspired, funnily enough, if you believe it or not, from fucking Game Grumps, because at the end of their videos they would always say "next time on Game Grumps." You know what I mean? So I think I don't know. I haven't watched them in a very long time, but yeah, you know, like there is something special about having something that you always do, right? It's a ritual, right? So turned off shorts a long time ago. No, my viewers. Honestly, dude, shorts perform really well because of just the nature of them. And, well, they perform well, but I don't really know if they do much. This is just talking about, like, numbers and shit. And I don't like thinking about numbers when I do YouTube stuff. I focus on what am I going to do, and then I go fucking do it, you know? I don't like being like, oh, well, what if this doesn't get 10,000 views? Or, oh, this only got 200 views. I shouldn't do that again. You know, I don't give a shit. If I have an idea and I want to go through with it, I'm just going to go fucking do it. Like, you know? If I look at my videos now, this is normal. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but this is normal, right? Like, I'm assuming my Zinogre video will probably have a pretty decent amount of views, right? But if you look at Great Baggy, my Great Baggy guide, it only has 880 views right now, and that was done in March 24th, right? I don't care. I was gonna make a Great Baggy guide because it's part of the series, right? Like, I don't care if it's gonna underperform. I kind of know it's gonna underperform. I don't give a shit. So I don't know. Whatever. That's just whatever. Anyway. Yeah, identity signature. Yeah, I think that is good. I think it's important. I think there is value in that for sure. Like Let's Game It Out, for example. He's like, "Hey guys, it's Josh from Let's Game It Out." You know, like, it's just. I think that's how he does his intro. As long as it's not like offensively mediocre. As long as there's the vibe that I get that there's a person behind that voice, you know, that there's life behind those eyes. If that, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta give me something here, man. You know, you can't just turn on your fucking camera and talk at me. You know. Anyways, today's sponsor is. I like your cat image. Smoking kitty makes me giggle. Yeah. I should probably work on branding sooner than later. I do actually have a decent amount of, like, disposable income at the moment, which is a first for me. So maybe I'll look around on Fiverr a little bit more seriously now. I've never done anything like that, so it always kind of stresses me out. I don't want to underpay someone, but I also don't know, you know what I mean? Ideally, I find people and I can rely on them for things. But it's a process. Trust the process, I guess. That being said, yeah, Smoking Kitty is a character in my YouTuber extended universe. His name's Lucky. Just have an artist repaint the smoking cat in 4K high definition. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lucky ate the luck fruit. His stand. I don't know. I don't have a JoJo reference for this. All right, charge up for me. Thanks. I'm just gonna sharpen over here, so don't mind me. All right, I'm done. What about you? Are you still doing it? There it is. You got there. It's cool. Good job, buddy. Good tail slam. His name's Lucky, now we just need a marketable plushie. Yeah. So true. So true. I wouldn't doubt that the luck fruit is actually real. Also, did you guys know that One Piece is actually a sports manga? I didn't know that. Like, apparently they like play hockey or something like that. This is a joke, by the way. That's what I get for making a joke, I guess. I've angered the One Piece fans. Gamer subs. Yeah, I was about to mention the exaggerated surprise face. Sorry for like being. I like to go back to chat and like I can read like older messages, but sorry that like. Yeah, Zinogre didn't like your joke. He loves One Piece. Yeah. Meet Steven the Rat. Yeah, Steven the Rat's a character. I so as a joke, I like world building. I did it a lot at my old job because it helped keep me sane, I guess. So I just kind of got into world building. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of stories that I'd like to tell eventually if I'm able to. And so I just, as a joke, because you know how all VTubers have like, you know, lore. Like Amelia is a fucking time traveler and Gura's, I don't know Gura's deal, but you know, like, and Ina is like some fucking whatever. And Korone is a dog. Anyway, so I just figured, well, what if my character has lore too? Also, I don't think I can use the word Raki as that's just a placeholder anyways, but apparently that's a fucking musical artist. So that's cool. Can't have shit in Detroit, dude. I'm so bad at naming things, dude. Heddy lore, yeah. I also really like Lucky because he's a cat boy. We need more cat boys. Also, there's a mouse girl that likes him, and her name is Lucy. Anyway, it's a work in progress. If it sounds cringe, it's because it is. Everything is cringe until you give it like, what's it called? Legitimacy. Like One Piece out of context, even in context, is the goofiest shit. But once you get into it, you're like, this is so fucking cool. So that's just trust the process. Lore only mattered for the debut. Yeah, pretty much. But now, this is out there shit. This is stuff where it's like, this is probably never gonna happen. But I think it'd be really cool to have like animated shorts for my characters, just because I have ideas for them, you know, just because I think that'd be fun, right? And I have ideas for like, you know what I mean? Like I said, the world building thing was a joke, but I kind of took it a bit more seriously, and you know, like I added to it. I kept adding to it, and I kept thinking about stuff, and I like world building, and I like power scaling and anime and video games, so, and balancing shit. I'm not good at writing, but anyway, you know, so I would like to do a little bit more with it, just for fun, just to give people more to chew on kind of thing, but we'll see. One Piece isn't for me. Don't like the art style and story. That's fair, honestly. The thing that did it for me was reading the manga, because the anime is paced like dog shit. And I'm sorry, man, like, it just really is, like, it's so bad. But I finally figured out One Piece can just be streamed on your computer. I thought you had to, like, torrent it. I didn't want to have to deal with that or something. I don't know why, I just never looked into the links on the page. But yeah, I've been watching One Piece, and it is so good, dude. I don't know why the pacing has to be so bad, because it's so much better. And the manga is paced very well. The stories are surprisingly, consistently good. Ow. But yeah, I don't know. It took me a very long time to get into One Piece, but I totally understand why people like it now, because there's just so much to like about it. Yeah, the more you write, the better you get. It's a skill like hunting Zinogre. Yeah, fair. Motherfucker. True. Yeah. I've got a lot of characters I'd like to fully flesh out, you know? To add to interact with, to breathe life into, you know? I'd like to eventually get better at drawing, but I'm so bad at drawing. And, it's sad. That being said, like, you don't really have to be good at drawing to make good art. I fucking hate that shit. Why does it have so much tracking, dude? I shouldn't have to dive to avoid that shit. I was like 90 degrees to his right, and this motherfucker turned toward me. Anyway. Have I tried D&D? Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of D&D for a handful of reasons. Rather, I'm not a huge fan of playing D&D. That's just because, like, in my experience, it's been so fucking... it's so boring having to wait your turn. And I'm not saying, like, it's boring having to wait. I'm fine with that, you know? I like the mechanics of D&D. It's really fun. I like the idea of building your character and, like, you know, going on these adventures, yada, yada, yada. Very fun group activity. But good God, if you don't play with the right people... I don't want to be mean. But... I feel like... Like, everyone wants to be a protagonist, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, Flork is really good at drawing outside of his comic. Really? Flork of Crow's entire mission statement is to show you can make good art without being amazing at drawing. Fair. But yeah, like, it's really, it can be very difficult playing D&D or like any tabletop game, like, what's it called? Like Rogue Trader or something like that? The 40k one. Shadowrun was really cool. It's just, it can be really rough. You need a good DM, and you need to have good people to play with, because, like, I don't know. If that makes sense? Yeah, some things are just really, really slow, and it's like, we're not even playing a game, you know? And the main problem I have, though, is that some people are just cringe, and not in a great way. And some people, like, they take things a little too seriously, or they don't take it enough seriously. Or some people, like, they're not very good at, you know, they're just not, you know, I don't know. It's like they hold up the game, if that makes sense. And I don't know. Yeah, the pacing in One Piece is awful. The pacing in the manga is fantastic, legitimately. It's such a good fucking manga, dude. But I don't know how they messed up the anime. I mean, I know how they messed it up. They can't overtake the manga, right? Or something like that, but yeah. Yeah. As I'm reading the manga, I'm like, I'm gonna watch this later on in the anime, and I did. Like the fight with Luffy and Bluno, or I don't know what his name is in the anime. In the manga I'm reading, Zoro's name is Zolo, so you know, like, and the god guy from Skypiea has a different name as well. But yeah, the fight between Luffy and Bluno, and how he goes into I don't know if I should have a spoiler warning, but. You know, when he does the thing he does, it's fucking, it was sick. I was not expecting that. And then he was about to do the other thing, and then, anyways, that was, I don't know. The dude's good at writing, like, straight up. Like, it's just, he's good. And it's surprising how consistently good he is. Like, I don't know. It's the same thing with Araki. Like, JoJo's is such a good read. Zola's just yeah, he misconstrues it, yeah. Like, let me look up what his name is. Oh, Eneru, right? Eneru? Kami Eneru? But, like, apparently that's not his name. Is it? I told my friend, like, yeah, Kami Eneru. Enel, yeah. He's like, yo, don't call him Eneru. You'll piss off, like, the fan base. His name is Enel. And it's like, I don't what? Sorry, why is it? You know what I mean? Anyways. Yeah. JoJo gets your gears grinding. Yeah, like, the thing about JoJo's is, like, how it's consistently amps up, like, the mystery aspect of it. That's what I like the most. Like, I'll just be so interested in what's going on. I'm like, what the hell is this, you know? Like, how could this possibly, like, this is obviously an enemy stand, but, like, what's the rules? What's the, you know, how are they going to deal with it? I don't know, it's just, yeah. Is it chat-based D&D? Yeah, there's, like, Roll20. It's probably the best way to do it. Having, like, a digital tabletop is really nice. I hate that move so much. I have to dive to avoid it. I hate it. It's so bad. Remove it from every video game. Remove Barioth's lunge attack from every video game. It doesn't need to be in there. God Enel, yeah. Kami Eneru is what they say in the manga I'm reading. Okay. Oh, speaking of mangas and animes, I've recently finished Dragon Ball Super, and the anime and the mangas are different. And I read on why that was the case, and it's really interesting, but man, It's so annoying. But I guess it gives you a reason to read and watch. But yeah, it's some of the differences are really frustrating. I don't belong here. Well, I just mentioned Dragon Ball, so Superior Saiyan. Yeah, DBZ. I most recently watched Super Broly and Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Both very good. I really liked Superhero, which is surprising because when I first watched it, or when I was first watching it, I was like, what the fuck Pixar bullshit is this? And it is Pixar bullshit, but it's really good. I was wondering for a solid 5 minutes. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. So when I first found out about Monster Hunter, I played Freedom 1. And let's just say I didn't get very far. I eventually skipped Freedom 1 to get to Freedom 2 or Freedom Unite. I don't remember which. I think I did Freedom 2 because I didn't realize Freedom Unite was just the same game, but, you know, better. But yeah, you can't really go wrong with any of them. I personally really like Freedom Unite and would recommend that before Portable 3rd, but Portable 3rd is also very good. Oh, get fucked. Dummy. Yeah, cool attack. Oh! Yeah, cool attack. Why don't you sit there and think about what you just did? Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we can fight. Oh! Took years before Monster Hunter clicked with me. Yeah. So, me going into Monster Hunter, I've already played Dark Souls. I remember a long time. I've said this story before, but I remember a long time ago. I saw in a magazine, I think, Monster Hunter, and it looked really cool. And then I just kind of forgot about it. And then years later, I saw Dark Souls, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is that game I saw in the magazine. So I played Dark Souls. I really liked it for the most part. It took me a minute to get into it, though, for sure. And then eventually I found Monster Hunter, and I'm like, oh, this is the game that I saw. And, yeah, I couldn't play Freedom 1 because I was like, how the fuck does anyone beat Kutku? This doesn't make any sense, you know? So I at least had a framework of, you know, Dark Souls experience, but yeah, it's a bit of adjusting for sure. They are different games. Yeah, this longsword's sick. I really like Bleeding Cross. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Yeah, it took me a long time before I found out about Hunsterverse as well. I was before. Oh, that's a W Bullfango moment. Holy shit! First time I fought Plesioth is much like the first time I fought Kezu, which is much like the first time I fought Kutku, much like the first time I fought Kirin. I was like, this is impossible. It was also... Yeah. Oh. Whenever I would look up, like, biggest inspiration for me making this series in the first place was whenever I would look up how to beat Plesioth, because I was having so much trouble with it, I would just find someone naked without armor and just with a longsword dodging through Plesioth's hip checks, and it's like, I can't do that. You know? I mean, I can't now, but like, whoa, what the fuck was... Dude, okay, I looked away for a second. Did he just turn really fast, or did he, like... I hate that move so much. But yeah. Oh, I used the trap already. All these hunts are melting together. I don't remember when I did things. He's gonna charge after this. You're new. What's Hunsterverse? Hunsterverse is the go-to way to play multiplayer with Freedom Unite and Portable Third. And Freedom 1. Yeah, before I knew about Hunsterverse, I would use a program called Tungle. And funnily enough, I found some random person to play Tungle, or Freedom Unite with in Tungle, and we fought a Cantor together. And neither of us were particularly good. I think we were both using Longsword. And our strategy was to just bring a shit ton of flash bombs and stun lock them with flash bombs. And like, you know, one of us would be attacking him nonstop and the other one would be using flash bombs, and then we would ping when we were out, and then the other person would start using flash bombs, you know, attack a bit, use a flash bomb, attack a bit, you know what I mean? And that's how we beat a Cantor, because we were both having trouble with it, and we just, you know, what a fucking time, you know? And I don't know who that was. I just played with him that like one time and never played again. But yeah, Hunsterverse is the go-to way to play, particularly because you can play with anyone on mobile as well. You do need to install OpenVPN. I know that's kind of a problem with some people, like they can't, I don't know, but that's something that you have to do, so. Yeah, strategy. Look, man, if it works, if it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid. I might be hit here. I might get hit. Apes with shiny flash bombs together strong, yeah. So true. And something that Dark Souls has taught me, more so now that I realize it, is that there are no cheap ways to beat something, you know? If anything, the game is being cheap as hell to you. Dark Souls specifically, but Monster Hunter too. You know, like, do you think these bosses that we're fighting are playing fair? Hell no. They're not playing fair. They have so much more health and damage than we do. So why should we play fair? Anything that gets you past that finish line is legitimate. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You know, you'll have these elitists and tribalists saying like, oh, if you use items... Like, Seth Seentalk said this before. He's like, have you ever used a strength build? Have you ever leveled up? Have you ever opened your map, you know? I'm sorry to say, but you're playing the game wrong, you know? Like, and he's, of course, quoting the people who fucking say dumb shit like that, right? Like, who gives a damn, you know? Like, fuck them, you know? Like, Seth is such a real one, dude. Legitimate gremlin, but, like, he's so cool, as far as I can tell. Apparently he's really smart, too. Go figure. Some of the wildest people on the internet are usually the smartest. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I am very stupid, so don't get your hopes up. But yeah, I think he's got like a doctorate or something. So. Got someone to play Tungle with me. Yeah, Tungle is it was spelled Tunngle, I believe. It was kind of like Hamachi, but like more of a client. You can like join I joined like the Freedom Unite room that they had, and it's probably still up, I think, unless you can't get Tungle anymore, which is entirely possible. But yeah, that's just what we had to do back in the day, you know. I might do a pivot here, but let me catch up with chat first. What got me hooked was seeing someone play Insectlave in World. Didn't even know it was Monster Hunter. 4th to 5th gen was huge leap. Oh yeah, fair. I know a lot of my friends didn't want to play Monster Hunter because it looked like a 3DS title. And then when we finally went into 5th gen with World, they were like, okay, maybe I'll give it a shot. You know. I think the only reason I stuck with Monster Hunter after starting with the first game was because you were a baby. Didn't know there were games with better controls. Fair. I was gonna say something, I forgot. trying to eat cereal with a pitchfork. Oof. Yeah, screw people who say that. Honestly, like, yeah, like, no, don't get me wrong, right? Like, this is sort of tying into that whole thing of, like, seeing someone with a high rank armor and not really being too impressed, right? I don't know, maybe it's a personal thing, but, I'm not gonna say that, like, I'm impressed necessarily, but I will say that, like, how am I gonna say this? It's good when people, like, keep trying, right? When they use a weapon that, honestly, by most accounts, kind of isn't really working for that monster. Because, again, this is an inescapable fact of game design in general, but Monster Hunter especially. There are monsters that you can fight with better, better weapon matchups than others, right? Some weapons are just going to be way worse as a baseline, fight. Some weapons will be way better. A good example of this is using Lance against Tigrex. Like, if you just hold up your shield and poke him when you have an opening, Tigrex is honestly very easy and doable, even up in G rank. But if you try to use other weapons, you're really going to have to try and, like, think, and you're going to have to force it to work for you, and I don't like that. So, but there is, like, I guess I respect it, is what I'm trying to say. Is, like, if someone wants, like, they try their fucking damnedest to get this shit to work, and they make it work, I can't help but say, good on you, Good job. I don't recommend it, and I don't think you're smart for doing that. But hey, you did it. You should be proud. But yeah, and that's another thing is, like, I don't believe in the idea of skill issues always being, like, the end-all be-all fucking, should be the go-to thing, right? But, that can, oh yeah. Remember when I was like, maybe I shouldn't forget to do this? Hey, I forgot this entire time to do this. And specifically because, if you notice the chat here, whenever messages pop up, they disappear after some time because it's, supposed to not be in the way. But here, all the messages stay. So, yeah. Forgot what I was saying. So, anyway. Best armor for Rathalos? I mean, you could use kind of whatever you want. I don't really know if there's an armor that would be best for it or not. Just try to get, fire resistance, honestly. That's pretty much it. Flash bugs are important. Again, it's not really so much what armor you're using against Rathalos as much as, like, what weapon and what items you're bringing. Although you can really say that about anything. So if you really want a recommendation for Rathalos, I don't really know what you have at the time. If you're early on, I would say just go Hermitar, although you do have negative fire resistance there. Attack boosting is really going to kind of come from Rathalos. I mean, there are other options like Kutku or some shit, but, just kind of go with whatever you feel like, ideally with high fire resistance, just in case. Yeah, Malfestio with guard lance build. Oof. Oof. I mean, as long as you just keep in mind that you need to, move the opposite direction every now and then. Yeah, that's true, but it stuck with light bowgun throughout the time because you're a ranged main. Yeah. To be fair, there's a certain pride in killing tigers with greatsword by pure willpower. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, you can get better weapons, but think of the stories you'll tell. True. Fair. Now, look, greatsword is great against Tigrex in low and high rank, but in G rank, you need a very specific set, which you should get anyways, to be perfectly fair. But Tigrex is also very fast, and it's just like the window that you have to find to charge your sword is just fucked up, man. Like, I hated it. I hate it. Like, I hate it. So, it's fine. You can make it work. Greatsword is probably one of the better options, but ugh. Just pick up a stick and a big plank of wood and hold up the wood, and then Tigrex bites at you and pins you in a corner and, whispers sweet nothings, and then, like, once he's done, you just poke him with it a couple times, and then he goes down. Like, why try anything else when that works so well? And honestly, that right there, why do anything else when that works so well, is a good argument to make the other fucking weapons work better. And design and balance in this game is really tricky, because you can't really design the weapon around one monster, right? You just can't. So, but maybe if a monster is too oppressive to the point where one weapon is kind of just like the only one you can kind of should use, obviously not including heavy bowgun with flash bombs or any ranged weapons with flash bombs, but you know what I mean? Like, maybe there's a problem, you know? Maybe there's a problem. Or, you know, any other number of cheese methods, so. Is switch axe easy for new players? To be fair, no weapon's really easy for a new player. You're still gonna have to learn it. If switch axe appeals to you, I really recommend that you give it a shot. If you're having trouble with switch axe, you can consider maybe trying something else, but honestly, if you like the look of it or you like the vibe of it, you should just give it a shot. Like, every weapon's gonna be confusing. Yeah, longsword versus Tigrex is such a horrendous experience, I agree. Now, again, in the later games, much better. Even in Portable Third, much better. But, ugh. Gather around the campfire, I'll tell you the tale of the time I got my ass beat. And, like, when I started complaining about Tigrex, like, people came out of the woodworks to fucking tell me how wrong I was. And it's like, dude, I don't care. I'm not here to talk to you guys. I'm here to talk to the people who are struggling, because people struggle with this fight. I struggle with this fight, you know what I mean? And sometimes when I complain about stuff, I mean, why would I complain, right? Like, no one wants to hear me complain. When I'm complaining, it's because I want to try to validate people who are also struggling, right? I fucking hate when I'm struggling with something and suffering through something, and I go online to look for help, and all I find is people saying, oh, it's actually pretty easy, you know? I mean, I beat him with the hammer. Like, it's fine, you know? Just use this weapon and hit him on the head a couple times, you know? Like, fuck you. Like, fuck off, you know? That's not helpful. That doesn't help anyone. That's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna do that, because it's stupid. That doesn't do anything. That's nothing. So, that's why, if anyone's wondering, sometimes I complain a little bit. By the way, I tried to buy... I'm gonna switch to Rise. I tried to buy... I tried to buy PSSPP Gold. Didn't work. It said like there was some issue and like it didn't go through, which sucks. But I figured I probably should after this long of using it. You might even say making a career, I guess. Although I haven't yet, but you know what I mean. Give me one moment. I'm loading up this video game. Where the fuck? What the fuck? Any of y'all watch Smiling Friends? Dude, where is this option? Oh, there it is. PPS is PP Gold, the same thing but fancier. Yeah. Well, it's the same game, same software. It's just to help support the people. And I decided, hey, I've been using this for literally years, so maybe I should give back a little bit, And I'd like to eventually, but Tigrex G rank is stupid fast. Truth be told, I still haven't consistently fought him with a winning formula. I would highly recommend you use Lance. I've made a video on Tigrex Lance, Tigrex G rank Lance, and it works very consistently for me. I highly recommend it. Go check it out if you want some advice on how to do it. But for me, Freddie Knight Tigrex, it's just gonna be Lance every time. After my experience with that, like it's just Lance. It's Lance all the way. I may not beat Primordial Malzeno, so just heads up. Does Gunlance also work? Technically, yes. Same with Nagakuga. I did fight Nagakuga with Gunlance. But it's slightly different. Gunlance is great for safely attacking upwards. And Lance is great for safely attacking horizontally. And I don't know why I am explaining this when I could just show you, actually. Give me a, give me a sec. Uh-oh. What's that sound? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, God, that's loud. Can I get a fucking full screen? Jesus, it's loud. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Look where we are. Anyways, here, let me go to the training. Well, I actually could go to training. Whatever. I was joking that I would go to a training thing, but I don't know why I go to the swamp every time. But anyways, the reason that Gunlance is great, for attacking vertically is because you have these attacks here, and then this one here. Specifically that attack there. This one here. Right? You go to a block immediately after doing that attack. That is super safe. Now, while you're attacking, just like with Lance, you are not blocking. But basically you can do this. This. Oops. You know. This, and then fire, and then you can stab, and then you can block. Like for Plesioth, this is my go-to, right? Because you can just do this, and then block its hip check, and then go back, this and that. Because the main reason I use Gunlance specifically is because, home, yeah. The main reason I use Gunlance specifically is because of those vertical attacks. Now, for Lance, you don't really get anything out of vertical attacks for Tigrex, right? And if anything, Jesus. If anything, those vertical attacks are kind of a detriment. Do I have a set? No, I don't. If anything, those vertical attacks are kind of a detriment, because you might, like, you know, attack above his head even, or you might like do the upswing and you might hit his claw. This is just so nice because you can block, and then once you have an opening, poke, maybe 2, maybe 3, you know, and then you just go back to blocking, block. Once he's done with his fucking tantrum, poke, just keep doing that, you know, just do that. My recommended weapons for Plesioth is Gunlance. Recommended weapon for Tigrex is Lance, and that's why. Anyways, here's Primordial Malzeno. I may not beat him, but I'll do my best. My armor is this, because this is kind of a gear check. Whoops. The important ones here are Flaming Espinus Heal and the Risen Kaiser's armor pieces. Barioth is great because of Quick Sheath, I think. Kind of. This is Mail of Hellfire, I think. I don't know, man. This build is literally just from online because I was just tired of, you know, whatever. But yeah, the main thing is Flaming Espinus Heal gives you Intrepid Heart. Intrepid Heart is very, very good for... Oh, thank you. I just looked over and noticed. Yeah. So yeah, 2 Risen Kaiser pieces. Barioth, Sinister Grudge, and then Flaming Espinus. Intrepid Heart's very good for survivability, and these 2 give you Powder Mantle. Powder Mantle level 2? Yeah. Powder Mantle gives you just free damage, dude. It just gives you like a chunk of like 500 fucking damage. It's honestly stupid, so... Yeah, a lot of this fight is just knowing how the fight works. I'm gonna sort of go over things, but I might stop talking. Probably not. We'll see. Anyway. The reason I did a hazard one is because it gives you the rainbow bug up there. I highly recommend for this fight, when you fight him normally, you need to go and get the perma buffers. It's been a while since I've done this. Also, wire falling gives you iframes, which you will need to rely on to survive. Perma buffers are the... See, I can't... I can't even think. I can't. Oh, Jesus. Okay. When you fight him in the Citadel, you do not get the rainbow bug, which fucking sucks. I highly recommend that you go and gather up the green perma buffers, the spirit birds, because yeah, later Eerie. Just having that extra health is really gonna help. But yeah, that's why I did the hazard one, because it gives you the rainbow one. The rainbow one's really nice. Anyways, I'm probably gonna get hit by this. Never mind. So first phase is fine. This is just kind of nothing. You just have to kind of know what to do. For that one, this is what I'm talking about with the game being so, or this fight, that attack is so misleading, right? The first attack is a stab. So if you're to the left or the right of it, it'll miss you. The sweep that it does, as long as you're like to the opposite direction of that stab, you'll avoid the sweep completely, even if it looks like you're gonna get hit. Like it's so hard to tell what the move is doing because it looks like it's just covering the entire area, but it's not. It's I don't know why they designed that shit. It's so fucking, it's awful. But anyways, I'm just gonna go through the fight, and you can kind of see some things. I'll try to mention some things as they come up, but again, this fight is very hard to focus while I'm playing, so. I'm obviously using longsword, but, you know. And yeah, this fight, that move there is really hard to avoid, but if you go to the opposite side, like the side opposite his tail, that one, you actually run towards him to avoid that one. I was running away, so I dove to avoid it. This is all shit that you just kind of find out eventually or die. Like, it sucks, man. Someone needs to tell you how this shit works, because it's just, how are you supposed to find this shit out on your own? You see how it scratches the ground that way? Like, that's the main thing you need to avoid. Same with that one. So yeah, if I'm over here, I'm just fine. And you'll probably see it more often. I messed up that timing. Yeah, see that? Like, I thought being over there I would still get hit. Like, that's a grab. Anyway. Yeah, see that? That's how you avoid that attack. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to find that out? Like, some of these attacks also are so damn hard to avoid that I legitimately don't know how to do it. Also, I have blue now. Yeah, see, I'm just avoiding that attack. The blue, see, I just got a free 583 damage blast explosion. This is a gear check, dude. I hate that move, but it's easy enough to avoid as long as you're not stuck in special sheath. That's a... Yeah, when he does that one on the ground, you run backwards. When he's in the air and he does that move, you run forwards. This is a big AoE. Don't think it's just his wings. It's a big area around him, because sure. Because you just need to know that that's a thing. Like, sure, you can see the black aura happening, but like, it doesn't make sense. Anyway. He's in second phase, I guess? I'm not really sure what you'd call this. I don't think... Or yeah, he is enraged, I think, because his eyes are glowing. And his mouth is flaming. I don't know, man. This attack sucks. It's fine in this phase, but later on it just covers like the whole fucking stage, dude. Obviously, you need to have good timing for... I went the wrong way. Intrepid Heart saved me. That'll happen constantly. That's why it's so important. This move here kind of sucks. I avoided it, fortunately, but... You know. And yeah, that video I linked goes over all these attacks, and that's how I know about... That's literally why I know about these moves, is because of that video. One of my viewers made it, and honestly, it's so well made, like, that I'm going to be recommending people do it. Also, he does 2 of those now because he's, like, enraged or whatever. Now he's in 3rd phase, question mark? Or 2nd phase? I don't know, man. So now he's going to get a little bit combo heavy, but not really that bad. Sure. Good hitbox, by the way. That was great. Oh god. That's fine. For some weapons like Lance, that might be hard to avoid. Apparently you can't block it even with guard increase. My friend's a Lance main and he found that shit out. That's a big move. Ideally, I'm in the circle because I don't know how to tell where those projectiles come out. That one's really fucking annoying because he adjusts his aim right before swinging, so you kind of have to just avoid or dodge like at the last second. And the time that they give you is really tight. That one's kind of nice. If you counter towards him with longsword, you'll probably avoid that second one. Shit. This is his big move. If you get hit by that roar, you're probably dead. Because when you get knocked to the ground by these projectiles, you will not be safe. You'll just get hit by another projectile, and then another one, and that might kill you, or you'll just be on the ground. You might try to wire fall, and then you get hit by another projectile. Like, it's fucked up. It's seriously such a bad move. I hate it so much. Again, that one you run away to avoid it or counter it like I did. He's broken out. Again, I just get a free 600 damage, dude. Free 600 damage just for having an armor skill. It's so fucking stupid. Like, it's so stupid. Anyway, this is the powder mantle. Whenever you glow orange, if you get hit, you'll explode and deal damage. But if you glow blue, which happens after you glow orange, after a certain amount of time, when you hit the monster, you just get a free explosion. Just free. And it's not a small explosion. It's a very large explosion. Sorry, damaging explosion. Again, for that one, just go to his opposite side. Can usually get a counter off of it, like that. That one, if it hits you, you'll get like knocked down, which can be really disruptive. This one, I like to dodge or counter to the opposite side so I can avoid the tail. Otherwise, you get hit by the tail. That one's usually fine. Phase 1 Malzeno is really kind of just whatever. Or PriMal, at least. He's kind of just whatever. He's very... That when you run forward, it was in Special Seed, so I opted to counter. Phase 1 PriMal is just kind of like a beefier, I guess, like regular Malzeno, so you should be more or less fine. There are some moves that regular Malzeno doesn't have, of course. I'm getting hit by his tail, of course, but I had super armor from Foresight Slash. That one, like some of these attacks you should probably, you can probably figure out, right? Some of them are fine, but some of them, there goes Intrepid Heart. I hate when I lose Intrepid Heart to a roar, it's so fucking annoying, dude. That backflip he always follows up with the ground cross slash. A lot of these moves he usually follows up with something, and you'll get a feel for that the more you fight. Same with the roar timings. There's different timings for each one. He usually opens up with this once he goes into this phase. Why by default does your character sheathe their weapon? Oh no, it happens when you're out of combat, huh? Never mind. This big move is an opening later. It is not an opening now. Okay, cool story. Sometimes that attack can be very frustrating, especially if it's targeting something other than you, because it can be just like, you know, where the fuck is he attacking? That one you can consistently-ish avoid it if you're in the circle and you roll before, you know, roll to the side before he slams down. This is another AoE sort of thing. For what I can tell, there's no way to tell where those balls come from. Just gonna have to be lucky a little bit. This move, there's a little bit of an opening. You just gotta be careful if you're close enough. This is my redemption arc with PriMal, by the way. After fucking being so frustrated with him for so long. I wouldn't even say it feels good. Because like, yeah, I mean you can see me doing these counters and shit. If you need to, you can try to wire bug away just so you can get away from those projectiles, because again, they will fucking kill you. That move just sucks. And then of course there's the Nova, which, you know, whatever. It's a Nova. I mean, just dive. Or you could try to counter it, but I really don't recommend it, because if you miss that counter, you are dead. This move I usually, like, don't see coming in time, but it happens. He makes a ball and then he flings it at you. If you're playing with a pet or a dog, it usually, like, stands in front to help protect you from it, which is nice. Like, literally every time PriMal would do that move, like, Alex would be holding up the umbrella to block it. Like, Alex is a real one for sure. And as you can see, a lot of this isn't really something that you can, like, explain how to do better. You just kind of have to get better with the fight. And, you know, I get it. But hopefully there are some things that I'm explaining that are a little less intuitive, you know? Like his wing stabs, or, you know... Ow. Or getting Intrepid Heart, or getting fucking Powder Mantle for the free 600 damage. I will never let them live that down, because, dude, seriously. It's so bad. Why would you design your game like this? Also, the way Blood Blight works for PriMal, in Anomaly quests, Blood Blight lasts pretty long, right? But for PriMal, Blood Blight lasts so short, but just long enough for it to be disruptive. So it's too short to actually use to heal yourself, but just long enough to dissuade you from healing, which can get you killed. It's frustrating. There's that move. Teleport. Do that. Teleport again. Do that. There's a bit of an opening. I can run around this and smack him. I really like the Valstrax longsword or weapons, because I don't have to sharpen until I have to sharpen, you know? It's a really nice quality of life. Also, they're just good weapons. But it's annoying using a weapon and then, like, losing purple sharpness, you know?
Here comes the pain.
Here comes the bread. There's that again. Shiny. I think I ran out of stamina or something. Again, I try to counter the opposite way so I don't get hit by the follow-up. This one is just a single one because he's not enraged or anything. I use Foresight to go away from that direction. I am in red sharpness because lol. I'm going to ask Alex for a pickup. Pretty please. And then sharpen. If you don't have a Palamute, which is fine, then just use a Farcaster. That's why they give them to you. So you can get the fuck out of there and sharpen and heal up and restock. Because this isn't a Latreon. Lol. Lol 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 lol. You thought you could get away? You really thought? Yeah, and I mean, you just kind of keep fighting. And once we get to phase 3, I'll explain how that works. Because that's really where you'll get stuck as well. And it sucks to get that far and then not know what the fuck to do. So hopefully this helps a little bit. Again, no guarantees I'll actually kill him, but the way this is going is pretty well. Until I mess up, so we'll see. I have that Auroral. I want to make sure I stay above that threshold. I do have potions, I think, too. Max potions. I have so many fucking items, I don't know. Okay. Sure. Oh, I didn't have any fucking spirit gauge. Of course. Love that for me. I'm just gonna use this. I'm not even gonna wait. Again, see how I just ran to the opposite way? That's how you can avoid that attack. This one I'm not in an attack, so I kind of got fucked there. I'm gonna dodge here, and then I'm gonna quick sheath and counter the other one, because I didn't have time to do both. Oops, a little too early. Yeah, it is a lot of damage.
You're a lifesaver.
He's got Thunderblade. There's this attack again. Just gotta hope that I don't get the blade to the face. There's a grab attack that he missed. I won't be able to get him knocked out, I don't think. Thank you, Alex. Damn, there goes Intrepid Heart, which is not great because I need that to survive. Again, staying above the Auroral threshold. Running towards him. Making sure to try to roll. That was close. I don't want to counter that because I can't tell when the attack is going to hit me. The timing is wonky, so I don't even want to try it. That wind attack is mainly meant to, it's wind pressure, so it'll just disrupt you, it won't actually damage you, but it can get you hit by those projectiles or even the tail if the projectiles don't get you. There's another free 600 damage. Thank you, Capcom. Thanks for the reward for playing your fucking content. For playing your new content. Because the only way they can get us to play their new update is by making it meta. Cool. Anyways, here's third phase. For third phase, legitimately, stop attacking. Do not attack him. Just run. Just stay away. Just wait your turn. You could attack here, but I'm just not going to because the downtime is much shorter, and he's going to do that. I'm going to run away. I think he's going to teleport, and then I'm going to run towards him. There's that. Yep, and then this is an opening. This is what you have to do for third phase. On the upside, the fight's almost over. On the downside, what a way to end your fight, dude. Like, you know what I mean? So lame. Hopefully get that off. Hopefully have red gauge by the next time. I get the clover bats because they're very good. And also, if you don't have clover bats, try to get them. If you don't know what clover bats are, you have to level up or go on a hunt with a healing cat 3 times after you get the side quest for it. And you can, for this one, just dive. Like, just dive. Like, try to dive right as he sends it to you so that the iframes carry over to this second one. So like that, even though he's like out of range, but like I should still be okay. Again, you could attack him. There are openings, sure. But why? Why would I attack him? The game clearly doesn't want me to attack him, so I'm just gonna not attack him. Like I could do that, but that's dangerous, and also there's an opening. You could try doing like that. Just want to be really careful not to be hit by them. Get your damage in, do your best. Hit him with all you have. Try to get set up for next time if you're using longsword. Rinse and repeat. This is the last phase of Primordial Malzeno, the last monster added to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. And this is how they decided to end the fight. Like, I don't want to risk going in because I'm just going to fucking die.
Thanks, buddy.
It's not great. I don't like it. If that's not clear. That was close. Yep. Sorry, I would be reading chat more, but, you know, I mean, you can see. Yeah, see, I even had iframes for that last projectile. Ugh. Okay. See, I'm gonna run out of red gauge here, which sucks. Oh, there's the opening. Sometimes he gives you time to use use your red gauge if you have it, but other times you just don't have it. Just do your best and get a combo in. Maybe consider bringing Jesus. That is crazy how fast he does that. Maybe consider bringing Sakura Slash so you can get that red gauge really quickly and also get some damage in. I should have been running towards him for that, but I didn't really have time to react. This is his big attack, which gives you honestly a pretty big opening as well. So, same thing. I would recommend diving sooner so that you can recover from it faster and get to him faster, but doesn't really matter. Okay, and then there's that big opening there, and then there's this also big opening here. And yeah, you just keep going, man. You just... Once you figure it out, you just kind of turn your brain off. like what? Like, would you consider this mastery of Primordial Malzeno? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really think... You know what I mean? It's just boring. Oh shit. Lasers. I could try to attack him, but he's just gonna smack me, possibly get me killed. So why would I risk it? Like I could hit him there. I could have hit him and got away with it even, but I don't know. I didn't know that. So yeah, if you're in multiplayer, this end phase will probably take less time. Oh, so there you can see he's weak in the top right. So if you couldn't tell, I'm kind of displeased with this fight. And there's another. There goes Intrepid Heart. At the very least, I like it more than Elatrion and Fatalis, but only just so. See, I could hit him there. There's a bit of an opening, but and I could hit him there. There's kind of an opening. I could hit him there. There's kind of an opening. But like, why would I risk it? You know, he's just gonna. This is an opening. Like he has faster recovery for all his attacks. You know, all his properties change. Not to mention how much he breaks the rules of the game that have already been established by other fights in the series or in the game up to this point. It's not a good fight, legitimately. Okay, no, it's a good fight, ruined by their insistence on making it difficult at any cost, seemingly. Like, give me a fucking break, man. Why don't you design a good fight first and worry about everything else next? And I guess, to be fair, they did make a good fight. This is a fun fight once you get the hang of it. It's, you know, it's just everything else around it, right? Oh, uh-oh.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, this is Primordial Malzeno. Wait, what? Yeah. Also, oof, is the frame rate okay? My preview looks like it's chugging a little bit, which is very annoying. I hope it's not. Do I have it set to 30 FPS? I hope not. That's my bad if it is. Oof. Just run. Okay, I guess you have to roll for that one. I don't know. Who cares? Gonna heal a little bit and then jump over that. And get to it. Ooh, that was close. That would have hit me. This might kill him, God willing. I missed. Lamau? Nope. Okay, this will kill him, surely. I just need to avoid his death teleport, lol. His teleports behind you, awoo. As it were. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Malzeno. I like his attacks, even. I like Primal Malzeno. I like his armor. There we go. There it is, everyone. That's how I would recommend people fight Primordial Malzeno. And also, here's footage of me finally beating him. Here's my my redemption arc. So there you go. You don't think it's as bad as I'm making it out? Dude, did you not see the whole fucking fight? It's terrible. It's awful. It's so boring. It's lame, dude. So, anyways. Here I thought I wouldn't do it. I mean, to be fair, I thought I wouldn't do it because I didn't want to bother with it. But after I've seen enough Shagaru, I honestly would rather fight PriMal than Shagaru. Like Risen Shagaru. But to be fair, I don't have much practice with him, so I don't know. I farmed this guy like quite a bit with my friend, so I have a lot of practice with it. I mean, look, I don't hate it either. Like, this is I feel the same about Elatrion. I really do think that they have a problem with balancing in the late game for Monster Hunter. Like, they just don't know how to make the game difficult and fun, in my opinion. Like, it's just, what the fuck was that? The fight is good. Seriously. When it's good. When the game allows it to be good. Because it's just like, what? No, that wasn't my first time. No. Well, sorry, that's my first time on footage, because the last time I fought him on stream, I got my ass kicked, and I wouldn't say rage quit necessarily, but I wasn't feeling great. And I still need a Cloudy Moon Shard from Invisible, Nicaragua, and then Velcana Crystal, because Lamau drop rates. Can I buy a crystal? I can. For 600. Another thing is how they push you towards the update monsters. They legitimately, like, want you to fight the update monsters. And don't get me wrong, I understand. Obviously, you know, they add Lucent Nargacuga, they want you to fight the thing, right? They add Velcana, they want you to fight her, right? I get it. But to make it so annoyingly, like, essential to interact with them, like, what if I don't want to? I don't know. It just feels forced is my main problem, right? Like, it's just, like, why? Oops. Yeah, anyways. What about the non-hazard one? My advice would be the same. The hazard one is just harder, so you would just... For the non-hazard one specifically, I highly recommend that you grab the perma buffers, the green spirit birds, because you need the extra health. Well, you don't need it, but you should get it. There's no reason not to. Takes a while to get used to it. The only thing I hate about PriMal is laser attack unblockable, which made me not enjoy fighting with Lance. Yeah, my friend's a Lance main, and that's the main attack that, like, he doesn't like. The way he found to avoid it is the wire bug move where it, like, you know, you jump away. I think it has some iframes, but basically he has to, like, time it. Ideally, I think you can sidestep it, but, like, I don't play Lance, so, you know. But yeah, I'm still getting my shit kicked in by World Fatalis. I haven't even tried to fight Fatalis. Look at the mouse, Lucy. Yeah. No, the mouse's name, I forgot what that one is. The mouse, that one's Steven, actually. Sheathing Retreat, thank you. Seems like what they do with endgame is making the fights have steep learning curves. Not that I have any personal experience. That's really what it is. Like, they design a game that's pretty well designed, legitimately. And then as they get towards the end of the game, specifically when they add update content, it's like they want us to be playing it for a long time. You know what I mean? It's like they designed the monsters strangely so that it's new, so that... Oh, what the fuck? Sorry. This is on chat. It needs to be above chat, bro. What are you doing? Oh no, baby, what is you doing? Whatever. Maybe it wasn't. Anyway, it makes me feel like they're artificially inflating the amount of time that we deal with them because it's so different from the rest of the game. I would rather them just prepare me for the final test with the rest of the game, right? Like, if I fight everything in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, that should be preparing me to eventually fight Primordial Malzeno, as that's the end boss, right? The end boss, right? Like, that's video game design. So why would you make it so much different? Why would you make it break rules that you've already set? Like, I understand that, like, not all attacks can be blocked with block ink or whatever, right? That sucks in and of itself, but, like, you know, I just... What? Like, what? Like, what? Like... I wonder if they do it because of speedrunners. I want to say they do it if not partially because of oh, I have the song set to stop, huh? How do I restart it? Oh man, whatever. I want to say they do it partially because people are going to complain about the difficulty anyways. They're catering to the hardcore minority. Yeah, I'm going to play Wilds when it comes out. I'm really, really excited for it, actually. They're catering to the hardcore minority who, honestly, to be fair, are going to be the ones who are playing it the most, right? Like, casual players will probably stop playing maybe by Geismagorm, right? Like, at that point, it gets so grindy that, like, the only people who would eventually get to the end point, or, again, maybe casual, because it unlocks so early, maybe casual players will fight Primordial Malzeno, and they'll be like, wow, this is super hard, but I assume that I'll be able to defeat it eventually, right? And it's not like that's not true, but the game just doesn't prepare you for it, right? And also, the like reliance on the update armor, I don't know, it feels like the way they design it is like, we're gonna make the game and it's gonna be fine, right? And then they're gonna make update monsters, and they want you to farm those update monsters. They want you to spend time on these update monsters, get their gear because they're like the best in slot, basically, more or less, kind of, not really. You get what I'm saying? Because the powder mantle from fucking Risen Teostra is so good. 600 free damage. Are you kidding me? That's absurd. And then of course, Flaming Espinas, like whatever. It's just, when I went into Primordial Malzeno, I was using the Malzeno armor because that was what worked for every other fight in the game, pretty much, right? I eventually thought, okay, maybe I'll try something else, and so I got the Silver Rathalos armor. That also didn't really work for me. I'm gonna make video cuts from other parts of Monster Hunter. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to eventually get back to covering Freedom 1, because I do have a couple of videos of those. I still have some things I need to do for Freedom Unite, but right now, Portable 3rd is going to be the focus, for sure. I don't know, man. I disagree with, S-penis, yeah. I disagree with the design philosophy of, like, endgame modern Monster Hunter, and maybe it's not even, like, a modern thing, right? But that's just what it feels like, but I really hope with Wilds that they figure it out a little bit better, because it's just too much, man. But yeah, that will be it for me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I didn't even say it too much, but if you are new here, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. There should be links down below to my Twitter, Twitch, and Discord if you'd like to follow me there or join us. It'd be really cool. I make videos on Monster Hunter. I've completely covered Freedom Unite, if you don't know who I am. I am currently in the process of covering Portable 3rd. My next video will be Zinogre, which is why I've been fighting Zinogre this time. I'll be adding timestamps to this stream if you'd like to watch it over for each hunt, and then when I switch to sunbreak at the end there, so. Didn't realize the gap on the update monster gears are big. Still wearing the set I used before Risen stuff came. Yeah, literally, like, look, man, I'm not gonna say that they're necessary, but dude, it really feels that way. Hey Lester, yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I haven't streamed in a while, to be fair, but I wanted to do that because it's been a while and I like doing it, so. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully things get better, but regardless, Sunbreak is still a great game, Iceborne is still a great game, and I know that Wilds will be a great game as well, even if the end of it might resemble what we got with Fatalis, might resemble what we got with Primordial Malzeno. Who knows? That'll be it for me. I'm gonna go maybe get a drink and some food. Maybe y'all should, you know, stand up, go for a walk, do a stretch, drink some water, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.